You know, we are celebrating Pride Month, and I've loved to see all the expressions, and it's so beautiful to see everyone just be their truest and most beautiful selves out loud. But one of the things that we've been talking about lately is the deaths of so many trans women of color, and it's been really disheartening to see during all this celebration and this time of beauty, the same dangers are still occurring that have been occurring for years, decades. So talk to me a little bit about what that feels like. I mean, obviously, we as Black people understand that experience, but someone who's in the community and of the community, what's happening right now when you're seeing all these new headlines?
You know, it hurts when a lot of my trans brothers and sisters who come to you or post about it, or when a lot of your the allies of the trans community post about it, it just hurts. I don't even know what else words to describe besides it hurts. And people who would do such transgressions against trans people, it really speaks to a lot of things. It speaks to, I know the term toxic masculinity is a phrase that people hear a lot, but it honestly, let me tell you what it is. Female energy is really powerful. It's super, super powerful. The presence of feminine energy is insanely strong, that people feel intimidated by it. And if you see it coming from someone who you don't perceive to be female, then it's even stronger and it's even scarier. You know what I mean? And it also speaks toward someone's masculinity. They feel like someone's femininity is attacking their masculinity. So they must assert their masculinity over them to show how dominant they are.
Wow.
And they aren't even thinking about what the consequences of it are. Not just the consequences of going to jail, but the consequences of what it means to everyone who knows that person, everyone who loves that person, or everyone who hears about this person's story. You know what I mean? So I just feel like that's why I not renounced my masculinity a long time ago, but I realized.
I think you should.
Well, there was a day when I grew up and I realized I used to think it was really important to be a man, and then I realized one day it's actually just important to be an adult. If you can if you can tell your kids, this is what it means to be an adult. Don't tell your kids this is what it means to be a man, because that's not defined by anything.
Absolutely.
And people say, what is a real man? There is no definition to what a real man is. But maybe if you can define what it means to be a responsible adult, then maybe, and I think it's a lot of pressure that parents put on their kids, that society's put on their kid. How many times you heard the word real man, what real men do,
I hate all of it.
It's annoying. It's super annoying. And it is really intense in the Black community.
Absolutely.
Because there's a lot of times where people feel like, because maybe the failures of, like, for example, my father not being around, I was growing up taught what real men do, this, that, and the other, and it's an overcompensation for what maybe I was lacking growing up as a kid. But then somewhere along the way, meeting a lot of people, people who don't subscribe to that, allowed me to focus more on being a responsible adult than being a man.